Welcome. This isn't just another video. You're about to step into a world that most people avoid, a world hidden beneath smiles, handshakes, Instagram posts, and polite conversations. The world of how people really think. Their fears, their jealousy, their lies, their manipulation. The masks they wear. The games they play. The things they'd never admit, not even to themselves. This isn't motivation. It isn't comfort. It's raw. It's unsettling. And once you see it, you can never go back. For centuries, kings, spies, CEOs, and leaders have studied these truths because they reveal the single force that shapes every relationship, every betrayal, every victory, and every downfall: human nature. Why does someone stab you in the back after you gave them everything? Why do you keep falling for people who hurt you? Why do you sabotage your own success, even when the path is clear? The answers are here, and they are brutal. Here's the warning. Once you understand these laws, the world will look different. You'll notice the lies in every conversation. You'll stop being easy to manipulate. You'll stop begging for attention, stop trusting blindly, stop giving your power away. You'll finally see the truth behind the mask. And once you do, you'll never be the same. So if you're ready to wake up, not just learn but awaken, stay with me. Because what follows isn't just information, it's a weapon. Law number 1, the law of irrationality. Have you ever wondered why people do the stupidest things? Why someone would ruin a good relationship for a one-night thrill? Why they buy luxury they can't afford just to impress people they don't even like? Why they lash out, self-destruct, or betray the very people who cared about them? Here's the dark truth. People are not rational. They are emotional. We like to think we're logical, smart, careful, mature. But deep down, our decisions are driven by fear, jealousy, ego, insecurity, and desire. That's why you've texted out of anger and regretted it. That's why you've stayed in toxic relationships, because being hurt felt safer than being alone. That's why you've bought things you didn't need, because the pain inside demanded a distraction. That's irrationality. And the most dangerous part? You don't even see it. You justify it. You convince yourself it was the right choice. But people don't see reality as it is. They see it as they feel it. A confident person walks into a room, and the insecure see arrogance. You say nothing wrong, and yet someone boiling with anger finds a reason to hate you. Their emotions twist their perception, and suddenly you become their target. So how do you protect yourself? Step 1, control yourself before others control you. When emotions rise, pause. Ask yourself, am I reacting to reality, or to my fear, my anger, my ego? Your friend doesn't reply for 2 days. Instantly you feel ignored, rejected. But what if they're sick? What if they're drowning in their own problems? Weak people assume. Powerful people wait. They observe. They respond with precision, not impulse. Because here's the secret. The most powerful person in any room is not the one who controls others. It's the one who controls themselves. And if you can't master your own emotions, someone else will. Law number 2, the law of narcissism. Most people think narcissism is about the loud ones, the arrogant show-offs, the constant attention seekers. But here's the dark truth. Everyone is a narcissist. Not just them. Not just your boss. Not just the influencer on your feed. Me. All of us. Why? Because we see the world only through one lens, our own. From childhood, we're wired to think. My needs, my pain, my dreams, my problems. Even when we're listening, we're not really listening. We're waiting, calculating, thinking. Does this affect me? When do I get to speak? Why aren't they paying attention to me? That's everyday narcissism. Silent, invisible, but lethal. And here's where it gets darker. When two narcissists meet, and remember that's almost everyone, they don't connect. They clash. They talk but no one hears. They love but no one feels loved. They lead but no one follows. This is why relationships collapse. Why leaders lose respect. Why people feel unseen, unloved, unknown. So how do you rise above this prison of self? Not by fake empathy. Not by nodding politely. But by doing what almost no one dares to do. Step into another person's mind. When someone attacks you, the weak react with pride. The powerful pause. They think, this rage isn't about me. This is a wound they've been carrying for years. When someone ignores you, instead of spiraling, you ask, what's weighing on them that I can't see? This doesn't mean letting yourself be used. It means wielding the sharpest weapon of all, understanding. Because in a world where everyone screams, "Look at me," the one who sees others clearly owns them. That is the hidden power of empathy. Not kindness, not weakness, control. Law number 3, the law of role-playing. Look around you. Everywhere you go, at work, at school, even at home, you're not surrounded by people. You're surrounded by actors. Because here's the truth no one wants to admit. Everyone is pretending. From childhood, we're trained to put on masks. Smile even when we're sad. Pretend to respect the boss we secretly hate. Act confident while falling apart inside. And after years of practice, people don't even realize they're performing anymore. They think the mask is who they are. But if you look closer, you'll see the cracks. The kind neighbor who turns cruel behind closed doors. The perfect partner who secretly drowns in jealousy and resentment. The loyal friend who celebrates your failure more than your success. This is the law. What you see is almost never the truth. People smile when they despise you, compliment you while plotting against you, agree with you, only to use your trust as a weapon later. So how do you protect yourself? By learning the art of reading people beyond the mask. Don't just listen to their words, study their patterns. Watch how they treat the powerless. Notice how they act when no one is watching. Pay attention to whether their words align with their actions. Here's an example. Your coworker constantly praises you in front of others. But when you succeed, they go quiet. No congratulations, just a cold, empty stare. That's not friendship, that's envy hiding behind applause. Or the person who keeps telling you, "I'm honest, I'm real." But their stories shift, they dodge responsibility, they twist facts. That's not honesty, that's theater. The goal isn't to distrust everyone, it's to see clearly before you hand over your love, your loyalty, your time. Because most of the pain in life doesn't come from betrayal itself. It comes from the fact that we trusted the mask instead of the person behind it. Remember this, the world is a stage. Most people are acting, and the one who sees through the performance holds the power. Law number 4, the law of compulsive behavior. Why do people destroy their own lives over and over again? If you look closely, you'll see something terrifying. Most people are not in control of their choices. They're trapped, repeating the same mistakes like a broken record. They keep dating the same toxic partner. They keep quitting the moment things get hard. They keep exploding in anger at every conflict. It's not bad luck. It's not coincidence. It's compulsion. This law reveals a dark truth. We are haunted by invisible patterns. Patterns born in childhood, forged by trauma, shaped by fear. And once burned into the mind, these patterns replay endlessly, until they destroy everything. Take the man who grew up ignored by his parents. As an adult, he becomes obsessed with proving his worth. He overworks, overspends, overreacts, desperate for recognition. But no matter how much he achieves, he feels empty. That's not success. That's slavery to a pattern. Or the woman betrayed years ago. Now, every time someone gets close, she pulls away. She sabotages love before it can bloom. Not because they'll hurt her, but because she's trapped in a cycle of fear. Here's the chilling part. Most people never escape. They spend their whole lives running from ghosts they don't even know exist. So how do you break free? First, you observe. Ask yourself, what toxic loops keep showing up in my life? What do I keep doing even when I know it hurts me? What am I really running from? Then comes awareness, because once you see the pattern, you can disrupt it. The goal isn't to be perfect. The goal is to wake up, because when you break a pattern, you don't just heal yourself, you rewrite your future. And remember this, most people are doomed to repeat their past. The powerful ones are those who break the cycle. Law number 5, the law of covetousness. Why do people always want what they can't have? Not what's good for them, not what they need, but what's out of reach. Because desire is never logical. It feeds on mystery, distance, and illusion. The human mind doesn't crave reality, it craves fantasy. Think about it. Someone pulls away and suddenly you want them more. A product sells out and suddenly it feels priceless. A person treats you coldly and yet they become the obsession, while the one who truly cares is ignored. That's not love. That's not intelligence. That's the brain, addicted to what it cannot fully possess. This law is everywhere. In marketing, limited editions fly off the shelves. In dating, the mysterious one gets all the attention. In careers, the job just out of reach becomes the dream. But here's the dark side. The moment people finally get what they chased, the magic fades, the fantasy collapses, and they're left empty. So how do you use this law wisely? First, don't be too available. If you give everything all the time, people will stop valuing it. Second, learn the power of space and mystery. Not to manipulate, but to protect your energy and keep your value. And most importantly, don't fall for the illusion yourself. Am I chasing this because it's right for me? Or because I can't have it yet? True power is choosing peace over chaos, reality over fantasy, substance over illusion. Because once you understand this law, you stop wasting years chasing shadows, and you start building a life that actually nourishes your soul. You've seen part 1, and now it gets darker. Part 2 of the laws of human nature is here. We're diving deeper into the masks people wear, the compulsions that trap them, and the hidden desires that control their every move. If you thought you knew how people worked, think again. Watch part 2 now and see the world with new eyes. Don't miss it. Power isn't just about knowing the truth, it's about seeing what others refuse to see. If you found value in this video, don't just watch, claim your edge. Hit that like button, subscribe to Inside Insanity, and turn on the notification bell, so you never miss the next law, the next strategy, the next hidden truth. Because in a world full of masks and illusions, awareness is your greatest weapon.